This is the sixth and final video on Aztec Stitch, and in this one I'm going to start wrapping the threads. Notice I'm using quite a long piece of thread because you don't want to run out halfway across. And basically you start by running thread through the back of the four-sided stitch on the back. You want to come up in the bottom left-hand corner of the grid, and we're going to wrap over those first two threads, and about 3 or 4, depending on how thick your thread is, wraps of thread. And you're going to stack the threads so they lie one on top of each other and don't cross over. Try and get them nice and flat against each other. It's 3, 3. We might do on this. Actually, might do 4. Go diagonally across and down that next grid up and come under those 2, and then we're going to wrap over into that 1, 2, 3, 4, and diagonally in under those 2 and out through the hole. And over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, diagonally across and down and under the 2 horizontal ones, and 4 wraps. One, 2, 3, 4, diagonally across under the 2 vertical ones, and start all over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, diagonally over under the 2 top horizontal ones, and then each time you cross over on this first round you go diagonally across the block of 6. So you have a line diagonally across the block of 6. So one long one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a short one here across that block of 2 there, under the 2 horizontal ones, under the 2 vertical ones, sorry. 1, 2, 3, try and stack them so they don't cross over, 4, one long one diagonal up to the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, a short diagonal in that hole out there, and 4 wraps, 1, 2, 3, 4, diagonally across, 1, 2, 3, 4, a short diagonal under the 2 vertical ones, and 4 wraps, diagonally across, 1, 2, 3, 'Try and stack them so they lie flat against each other and don't cross over. 4, and over on the back, underneath, come up, turn your work, 90 degrees, and we're now going to work back across there. So we're going to come through here, and we're going to come up here, and we're going to wrap 1, 2, 3, 4, diagonally across, 1, 2, 3, 4, diagonally across, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. You can see how you end up across the woven bit. You end up with parallel stitches across, and that's how you know you're doing it right, because you get these parallels on the top. And if you flip it over, you'll see you get woven bars on the back. You don't get any diagonals on the back. This makes the work double-sided, so if I was to complete all of this, I would end up with a woven pattern on the back, which you could use as a kind of a reversible stitch. And basically, when you get back down to this corner, you go back in again, turn around and start and weave back the other way, so that you're just replicating it all the way across. It's the same thing. Every horizontal one is done in the same direction, and every vertical one is done in the kind of opposite direction. Once you get the weave right, the pattern right, it becomes really quick. And I suggest that you just try doing long diagonals before you start, when you do this for the first time, to get the weave pattern clear in your head. And once you've got the weave pattern clear in your head, then you can start thinking about doing some variations, which I'll show you in a second. I'll just finish across here. Now, if I'm going to run out of this thread shortly, it's getting a bit short, I might make it to the end. We'll find out in a second. Might be lucky. Through the back, and just end off by running through the four-sided stitch at the back, and that's the weave. When you do it across the diagonal, you end up, that's the long diagonal, but you can also, if you start here, go to your halfway point, turn 90 degrees and work that way. And you can also work lozenges by simply going to the corner and turning, and always working from bottom left to top right. Turn, bottom left, top right. Turn, bottom left, top right. As I've done on this piece here. Start here. Start here. Work up to the center point. Turn and work back that way. And simply repeating it. If you do... if you wanted the lozenge shapes, you just do 6 of those instead of 3. Up to you how you decide your pattern. But I suggest you do long diagonals to start with to get the feel of the wrapping.